Hi guys, it's Belle here. Welcome to the second speed build on my channel. This speed build is coming in two parts because I had just too much footage and I think that 20 minutes for a speed build is long enough. I'm building something very special. I'm building a sort of a castle for a very special vampire. This is not a vampire LP I'm going to do on my channel, but I'm going to integrate this part or this vampire and maybe other vampires into my LP. It's filthy, get me out of here. The thing is that I personally, when I watch an LP that I like at someone's channel, I get pretty attached to the characters, to the story, and I want to know how it continues. And I know that some simmers start LPs and they don't continue them for several reasons. Of course, it's their choice and I completely understand. Sometimes you're just having a new idea or you're not happy with the LP anymore, so that's normal that you want to start something new. But as long as I am having good ideas for my filthy LP, as long as Talia doesn't have these 100,000 simoleons, I'm really going to try to keep this LP alive and also to add new gameplay and add new packs, of course. So that's why I also had the idea to add a special vampire to the cast of It's Filthy, Get Me Out of Here. I will not talk about this vampire anymore right now because I want it to be a surprise. This speed build will be released a bit secretly. I won't make any promotion for this. I just have to release it now because I want to continue furnishing the next part. As you can see, I'm doing the outside of the build at the moment and the windows. I'm more of a simmer that loves to furnish, and I'm better at furnishing builds than doing the shell. But I'm quite happy with how it turned out. It seems a bit too regular at the moment, but in the end I will try and add some little special items that it looks a bit more worn down. As I told you before in my last speed build, I have a vague idea of what I'm going to do, but then my ideas are coming while I'm creating the build. So that's why I jump from room to room, because I start a room, then I'm staying there as long as I have ideas, and then I have to go somewhere else. Here in the basement I wanted to make a sort of a pond. It's not a pond, it's more of a pool, but I wanted to make a sort of a creepy lake because as you will see, I will put some coffins down there so my vampire can either sleep there or sleep in the master bedroom. It's his choice. It depends a bit what skills I will give him, but I will talk more about this when I release the Create a Sim. It's funny because this build is going to take me a lot of time, but I fear a bit that the Create a Sim will take me even longer. Yeah, I hope that everything will pan out the way I want it to. Here you can see I created some, I put some windows on the floor of the pool because I wanted to give him a creamy atmosphere. I have done this already with some other builds, with my Aqua Relax water park or with my lake diner. I think Spooky Lake Diner, that's the title that I made for Rory Plays The Sims Halloween collab. I had a lot of fun building it, but it took me such a long time because there are so many items and it was so long for me to build this lake that it looks like a sort of a lake, but in fact it's a pool. Here I'm making a sort of a little corner for one of the coffins. I love the new items we got with the cobwebs and also with the items that make a build look much more older. I wish I had all these items when I built my filthy apartment, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to be creative if you don't have all the items you need. As you can see, I'm putting these gravestones there from the spooky pack because I love when the fog is coming and I don't want them to show because they look a bit like, yeah, not so creepy and real graves, and I think it came out really well. As you can see, the fog is coming from behind and it gives a good animation. So there you can see, you will see this part, it's behind the windows. I think it looks creepier that way, it looks darker, and I have done this in my Spooky Lake Diner. And there is a hidden part. I think we'll come to this a bit more hidden part in a few seconds, because that's where I put the Sims coffin that I will create. The other coffins are for guests or just for, yeah, other vampires that have been there or that are in an eternal slumber. You can see here that it looks very nice with this foggy animation, and you see some lights down there. I also put some stone walls. I think we got them with Get Together. I really like it because it makes it a bit more natural looking, like there really was an underground lake when before they put the build there, or that they discovered this underground lake in the cellar. Yeah, press play to see if the animation worked. I will change the lighting, of course, but you will see more of this in the second part of the build. Yeah, I added some moss and some plants just to make it look a bit more natural. And I also try to see what I can put for flooring and for the walls, but I might change this. It depends a bit in the end how it will turn out and how it will look like, but I really like the way it looks right now. So this is the hidden alcove I've built for the owner of the house. I wanted it to look creepy with this little graveyard there, some cobwebs. We really got some awesome items with the vampire pack. It's for me also an opportunity to show you a bit of the items for people who are not sure if they want to buy this pack. They can watch this and make their own mind. For this build I used a lot of items from the vampire pack and from the vintage glamour stuff pack, because I think these two packs go well together. Of course I will use other items, but for the moment I tried to select these two. This build will have a lot of red and black, but I also will try to use some gray and some beige colors, maybe that it's not too much red, because too much red is maybe a bit too violent. Although the sim that will live here, the vampire, can be very violent at times. I'm really so excited to record the next episode. The problem is that I only have a few days to finish this build, to create the sim, and then to figure out how I will integrate it in my LP. Maybe I will have a little machinima in the episode, and I will try to have it out next Wednesday at the usual time, but I just have to see how far I will come with everything. So here I'm working a bit on the outside. I'm putting some columns into the build because it makes it look a bit more refined. I might also change the walls here, I will see. And here I put the stairs in. I'm making a sort of a balustrade, a sort of a balcony with the entrance, because I think it's very important that you don't wait too long to put the stairs in a building, because it gives you an idea where the rooms can be. And I'm happy how this turned out, because in my mind I wanted it to be like this, and I was not sure if it would work. Of course, it's not. I'm not finished with decorating it at all, but I think for me it takes longer to make the shell of the build, to define where the rooms are going to be, to put in the stairs. The rest doesn't take me that long. But I have a lot of big rooms. I will try and separate some of them, and I will try also to make it look good, because it's not so easy to furnish big rooms. I love the new how do you call this, the new railings we got for the stairs. Maybe there I will also maybe put another sort of fence as the balcony. It depends a bit. I'm adding some walls to make a passageway to the other room. I think now I figured out which room will be for what purpose, but that can also change. I want to add a butler, and I will have to make sure that this butler has his own room, but there is enough space, so this shouldn't be a problem at all. I have a lot of floors in this house, in this chateau or palace, so I have a lot of stairs, and I have to figure it out that it looks good. I will add some more windows. Maybe you see it, maybe I've recorded it, maybe not, but you will see it in the next part. I think it's important that in such a big build that you have a lot of windows, so the build doesn't look too dark. I will dim the lights, certainly, because I think it looks way more spookier, but it depends a bit how this will turn out. As I said before, I have some vague ideas which room will we be where, but I'm not sure if it looks like that in the end. You will have to see. In the second video, where I will finish the build, I won't give you a room tour, because you can see this in the 5th episode of It's Filthy, Get Me Out of Here. I'm adding doors. It's always difficult with the doors, because sometimes you can't place the door you want to place at the wall where you want to place it. So that's why I'm trying out different possibilities, and sometimes I select another door later in the building process. Here I'm making some other rooms because it's way too big. Here it's the same with the entrance. I'm also adding a sort of two separate rooms. One will be the dining room, and I think the other one will be a sort of a library. I put in a red carpet, and I put also some tapestry on the wall because it looks better, but that doesn't mean that this will stay like this. And yeah, I'm adding these chandeliers. They look awesome. They came with the new vampire pack. Maybe I will change them as well. You can see Vlad standing there. He's just here for the purpose of testing the build, because I switch to gameplay when I want to look at something or just see how it works. So that's why Vlad is here, because I haven't created the real vampire that will live here. And if I had, I wouldn't have showed him off because I want him to be a surprise. But yes, it's a him. So now I'll stop talking about him, otherwise I will spoil stuff, and I don't want to do that. You can see these purple chairs. They won't stay purple. I just put them there. I think I will use this mosaic tiled floor for the kitchen. Maybe not in this color scheme. I just wanted to put some items there that I chose, because sometimes it's a bit difficult because I'm always afraid I will forget something. That's why when I have the chance, when I see the items, I put them in the room already, and I will arrange them later and add some items. I'm not sure if the chef station will stay there. We will see. As you can see, I went through all the items in the game, and I took the items I thought would be nice or would fit into the build, and I put them down, so I have a clearer vision of what I need, and I'm not forgetting special items. Of course I won't use them all, but I had to make this selection, and I didn't want to record when I do this, because it's I think it's not very interesting for you. I tried this wall hanging there, this tapestry, but I think this one works a lot better, but I had to size it up because I think I used the bracket keys, but I'm not sure if it's the same on every keyboard. So I'm putting some pianos and the organ on the first floor. I think I will do a sort of a big lounge room, big living room. We will see. I'm just putting the items there. Also, I have an office on the top floor. Maybe also do some experimental stuff there for my sim. It depends a bit. I haven't really figured out what he will do. I mostly used ancient items, ancient looking items, and not so much modern items. I think I will have some fitness equipment, of course, and this looks more modern. But yeah, I think it's not a problem if you only have a few items, you can make them fit together. Here I'm making a sort of a wine cellar. It's with the 9 keys that I lift these bottles up on the shelves. And when that's done, I'm adding a sort of a glass cupboard around it that you can see through. You can't open it, but it's just for decoration. I think it doesn't look too bad. There is a wishing well also in the corner next to the wine selection. And I will add more to this basement, but I just wanted to show you a bit what I'm doing here. I want it to look spooky. I hope I will have more ideas what to put down there, but normally this comes with the building process. Yeah, and I think we will come to an end of this first part of the speed build soon. I'm just adding some cobwebs and some decoration. I have the tombstones. I'm just putting them in the inventory because I will check it out later. Here I add some grass on the floor and some lights that it looks a bit more natural, like the wishing well was already there. And these are the items that I put in the inventory for later. I just added some, I think they came with the spooky pack, this lights animation. There is a spooky gnome I put also next to the wishing well. Yeah, some statues, of course. It's very dark down here, but I like it. I might add some more light, it depends a bit. Yeah, about the rest of the build. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up and see you soon.